Hello, welcome back to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. I said I was going to do something between episodes, and honestly, I forgot what I said I was going to do, and whatever it was I was going to do did not get done. So, yeah, besides that, we need magnesium powder, like, quite drastically. So, let's go into our blueprints, and spawn our K-type mining hover vessel. K-type, by the way, is because of my name. Let's see, can I... Okay, I do have a spot for this. There we go. Create a new hover vessel. We have this thing now in our world. This is what I designed. It has the maximum number of drill modules I could put onto a thing. Did it actually retain the coloring too? Kind of looks like it did. But we got our cargo box for harvesting, so whatever the drills pick up, it automatically goes into that box. We have... a spotlight cube there, and there, so we can actually see what we are doing. A O2 tank, a small ammo box in the event I need to bring some ammo along for restocking if I know I'm going to be out for quite some time. A O2 station, fuel tank, which we'll need to get some fuel for. RCS, and I don't remember where's the O2 tank? Ah, there it is. So yeah, I got multiple thrusters on this thing and multiple RCS, so we can actually move around fairly easily. I think both of those right there are RCS, and it gives us a crap ton of turning power. We have a fridge up here in the front, so we can store a bit of food if I know I'm going to be out for a long time. So let's get some fuel packs, which we'll need to craft up. Where are they? They are under here. So I want to make 50 of these large fuel packs because they are going to last quite a while. As far as I'm aware, though things may have changed at some point recently. Which will actually be making up 100 of them because the output counts too, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with this. Okay, so we got 4. I'm curious to know how many our hover vessel will take to fill up. We also need to get some O2 stuff, so we'll be using our hover vessel to probably head out towards our oxygen generator to see what's going on with that, because it's been a while since we've been out that way. And let me go ahead and check our supply here. That's good. Supply here of power is not that great, actually. So let's go ahead and fill you up. Took 5 of them to fill that thing up the way it was. And we got 4 of those already back. Not too shabby. Alright, so let's see how much fuel this thing is actually going to take. I know how much fuel this thing used to be able to take. So it took 4 for this thing to fill up from nothing. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get into our cockpit. Turn our thing on. Turn the lights on and off. Okay. Space to increase and decrease. Hovering. Let's see, does this still get up to 3 meters and 3 meters only? It does indeed. Alright, so we should be good to go. You can see how my turning is on this thing. Now, this design is available on the Steam Workshop that I made, so you were able to grab it yourself. There's plenty of ways to do this, but if you want to actually take a watch me here on how I use it, feel free to stop the... I did stop the ship. Feel free to continue watching, of course, because I am going to grab a bit of food and go on a little bit of a mining expedition. 5 of those should be good. I'm going to eat 1 now, along with the corn dog. Alright, anything else? Grab more fuel. Well, we are going to go on a oxygen running mission here. First and foremost, which means we need to head southeast. That's north, southeast, this way. This thing should be infinitely quieter and faster if I can get through here without running into everything than my motorcycle, because I believe the motorcycle, the limit on that is about, I want to say 20 meters a second. I might be mistaken on that. I know downhill can get some more speed on that, but the hover vessel is 24.6 meters per second. Now, there is a bit of a limitation on how fast it can go because of gravity and whatnot, but it's not terrible. But you can see how well we got over here with this thing, and this thing is meant for mining, not for traveling with. Please stop the ship. Okay, I stopped the ship. Are you happy, game? I'm not. Alright, so yeah, this is out of energy. I'm gonna give it some more. That should be plenty. We got plenty of O2 bottles now. For hopefully quite some time. I'm gonna put some into this machine here. Okay. So if we need oxygen for whatever reason... oh, by the way, I'm pressing V to go into this third-person mode, if you're wondering about that. It's very, very useful. Alright. So, where is our nearest magnesium deposit that we have been mining from? That's silicon, cobalt, copper, iron, silicon, silicon, silicon. There's a magnesium. And there's a magnesium as well. Let's actually create a waypoint up here. We are going to put that there and mark it as a removal on approach. That way we don't have to remove it ourselves. And opportunity is still marked as a new marker. I'm not sure why. I kind of fiddled around with that just a bit between episodes, but I don't know, it didn't seem to do anything. So, whatever. We know we have a marker for opportunity. We could always look at the map to see where it is, too. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Also, magnesium deposit being in yellow is a bit weird. It's also yellow on the minimap there in the top right, the little blob icon. I wonder if that's supposed to indicate that's a temporary waypoint. Damn it, running into things. Oh hey, I actually discovered a new iron deposit. Cool. I didn't expect that to happen. So I swear I've been out this way a couple times already for this magnesium deposit, considering it's only at 82%, though... I don't know, maybe this deposit isn't as big as I thought, is it? Yeah, only 25, 13 ores, yeah, it's not that big. But we'll be able to see how this vehicle handles mining in a weird, tight situation. Quite drastically, and even though it's getting dark, we have plenty of spotlights to see in front of us. Now, normally... when you don't have a hole already pre-made, what I do with this thing is I go up to 3 meters and force myself to view downwards, and I can start mining my way in. That's how this thing is meant to work. Now, because I have a bit of a hole started already, it'll be a bit easier to deal with. I do need to widen this thing out, though. Please switch to the right drilling mode. There's different drilling modes? I was trying to mine that tree, but apparently these drills don't work on that. This is for resource mining of ores. Alright, there we go. It's starting to fall in just a bit. Need to widen this up though, just so we have enough room to mess around with and be able to get in and out. Yeah, this is a very, very quick and easy way to get magnesium ore. As you can see in the bottom left, I'm actually getting 35, 50, 60 ores already, and I'm just barely really coming in here with this thing, and it's just kind of destroying it. Now, if we wanted to actually see how many ores we have, we would have to look in that cargo box that's on the right-hand side. I did think about putting more than one, but there is a certain weight factor that the hover engines allow, and I wanted it to stay kind of low so I didn't use up too much energy trying to get myself off the ground and having to put more and more things on here just for 5 old drill modules. So a lot of the design for this thing came based around the fact of what was and wasn't logically feasible for pretty much everything, actually. Like, I didn't want to put too much weight on this, so I could actually have free movement with RCS and thrusters and whatnot at maximum speed. Well, maximum speed that was fast enough for me to get around with without being too fast to be uncontrollable. But let's take a little quick stop moment here, if I can get myself out by turning myself around just a bit, if I could, please. There we go. Good. Good enough. If we go ahead and press P and auto-group these, because, wow. Let's see, they're probably under, what, containers? No, RCS, light, hover engine, harvest. 6 under harvest. Okay, so they're under here. Next to the cargo box, we have 332 crushed stone and 499 magnesium ore already in a very, very short period of time. Most of that crushed stone is because of me opening up this hole just a bit, so we actually can get in here a bit easier and get out a bit faster. But if you really wanted to take your time and make everything look nice for mining purposes, you very well could. It's not too big of a problem for me, personally, because I'm just more here for the material, and that's about it. Now, controlling this thing while going around at 3 meters is definitely a big problem, but you can always bring yourself down if you're finding yourself a little hard to control. Like, I'm just shy of 2 meters off the ground now for hovering, and I feel like I'm doing fairly well right now for control on this thing. So we should get plenty of magnesium ore here. And there's enough fuel in this thing to last about 50 minutes to an hour. I don't know how much fuel we've actually used already. Also, these drills are much louder, it seems like, than I recall. Yeah, this magnesium deposit's not very big. I might just mine this whole thing out. You can see how much of a space I'm getting with this. How much more of a mining area I'm doing with this thing, and how much more control I have over everything, and being able to go up walls at a reasonable rate and whatnot. And it's so much better than a T2 drill. I really like this Hoverin vessel I made. I've used it on the moon and whatnot, because you can actually dock this on a capital vessel to take with you elsewhere. So you don't have to make one per planet, though you very well could. Also, for the purposes of creating things from scratch, we will be making a small vessel from scratch, along with the capital vessel from scratch. I do have a couple designs in mind and have built already that are available in the Steam Workshop. However, because of the massive changes to a few things, I have some new plans and ideas in mind, and we'll have to work on those on our own time for all that. Alright, so I'm thinking we're running out of magnesium here, and having a little bit of a control issue at a few spots. As you can see, I'm kind of flipping upside down right now. Okay. So let's see about raising ourselves on the height. Now, this thing does have a downward tendency for it. So mining down is a lot easier than mining up with it. And I wanted to design it that way too, so the front was a bit heavy, so you could actually, when you're high up, you can actually get yourself down into the ground a bit easier than having to try to force with your mouse to look down. Alright, I'm pretty sure this pocket has been emptied out fairly well. There's a lot on the wall here. I could spend a bit more time messing with that, but I'm gonna head back to base with the hovercraft here. Or a hover vessel, I should say. And we will start processing up some of this magnesium into ammo and what have you. Alrighty, we are back at the base. Let's go ahead and drop this thing down. Lights are off. Let's go ahead and turn it off completely by pressing Y. Get into our cargo container here. We got over... We pretty much got 1,500 ore there, give or take a little bit. And enough crushed stone to make concrete to kill an elephant with, if elephants existed on Akua. I don't know if they exist at all in the game, but they definitely do not exist on Akua. So we can start making up some magnesium powder, which means we have access to weaponry ammo again. Which is a good thing, because a lot of it got spent on the 30mm bullets. Now, we need more explosive devices for the purposes of reaching that abandoned mine in more detail. I also never put the salami, by the way, in that fridge. I'm sure some of you noticed. That was a derp on my part. I kind of forgot about it. Did we ever finish? We did. Okay, we're good. Good. Okay, so the fuel value on this thing is 150. The total content's 1105. Okay, cool. So we can actually determine if we need fuel or if we can put fuel in there just based on that number. I am going to turn this off now and actually take out those requests because the explosive devices will craft it up if it needs to. I would very much like to actually head out back into the abandoned mine next episode. Probably do some mining between episodes to get some more resources that we may be low on, though I think we're good for the time being. Except for maybe iron. We might be low on iron again. Oh, I guess fuel we are a bit low on as well, so promethium and iron we might grab between episodes with that hover vessel. But we are getting there with these explosive devices, and we also have the O2 bottles that we can put away. We are good on O2 for here, so let's go ahead and put all that in there. I'm going to put the large fuel packs in there for now. That door is closed, good. And essentially this bottom row here will contain explosive devices. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need one more for that, and then I need 4 more stacks. Okay. There we go. So it'll give us, what, it would 30 explosive devices to breach and penetrate the abandoned mine in massive explosions. In the event we need to. I'll probably top off on 5.8mm bullets. These drill charges, these extra ones outside of the stacks that we have, along with the multi-charges, we don't need all of those on us, so those can actually get put in here. So we have room for a bit more ammunition there. We don't have access to a shotgun, do we? We do not. Do we have access to learn it at the moment, or did I spend all my points? I spent all my points. Okay, that's fine. We might make a rocket launcher. You know what? No, because I don't know if we're ever going to find another heavy weapon upgrade kit. I don't know how common those upgrade kits are. So I think I'm going to hold off on that. I would rather have the minigun, and since that takes a heavy weapon upgrade kit, we'll hold off on that. Though if we were level 20, we do have a shotgun upgrade kit for the shotgun T2, which would be very nice to have, but we don't have access to it yet because we are not high enough level. How close are we to leveling anyway? 81% away, which means not close enough. That's too bad. Alright, how is the explosive devices going? You are getting there. Like the last 10. But I think that'll have to do it for this episode. We are good on health and food, and we are getting there for our base being able to stick with us here. For quite some time until we fully explored and have conquered Takua. But that'll be for now. Until next time, as always, take it easy.